Good afternoon, grazers. Today's the 31st of October, so tomorrow is the 1st of November, obviously. And it's been a while since I posted a video, so I thought I'd just show where we're at, what we're doing, and tell you where I am on my grazing plan. If you've followed along at all, you know that I was trying to graze differently this year, using more of the total grazing principles and just slowly starting to make some changes. So I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you where we're at. Okay, so I currently am grazing part of my stockpile. Wasn't my intent. I wanted to jump into the buffer zone, but where I was at in my rotation, and there was just it wasn't convenient, and I had a fence down, and so I was already up closer to this way, and so I went ahead and jumped in here. So this is one of my poorer fields for sure, and I will probably stockpile this again next year, will be my plan. But this will regrow, and if you can see, this is where we're at. I've had a lane coming back to water. I just moved them over here, but they grazed across here, and you can see we were in D3 drought, which was severe drought, is the worst we got to. We've been pretty behind on rain, and even though we've had some rain, it's pretty late in the year. Fortunately, we are about 2 weeks behind where our first frost is at. So that allowed the water to stay warmer, or the weather to stay a little bit warmer this year, which gave us a little bit of grass growth. So where I'm at on the farm right now is I have grazed about 50% of the farm. So only half the farm has been grazed at all this year. And the 1/3 that was my growing season is recovering right now, and we will get another pass on that growing season area once it goes dormant. And there's a lot of fescue in there. It's going to be some pretty good quality forage for quite a while. The sections that we're in here, probably, I'd have to measure this off. I'm going to say it's about a half an acre. They're leaving some residue behind, and for the most part, the manure looks pretty good. So, I know part of that depends on time of day, which I learned that from watching Josh Teague. If you haven't watched, him over on Running T Farms, I'll just say he's way better at all this than I am, and you can certainly learn a lot from him. But this is my journey, and this is where I'm at, and I'm just gonna keep moving forward. And so we had a few fall calves last year. I gave a really tight short breeding window because I was trying to shift everything over to spring. And so I recently went to ultrasound school to ultrasound cows, and I do have an ultrasound machine. And I went to AI school back in June. And so that's my plan, is to try to AI these cows with some Mashona genetics, and then I'm also I need to preg check here hopefully this week. So that's my plan. Is I'm about 3/4 of a mile from the house here, and so once they finish grazing off this little section right over here to the wood line, the gap right over here, once we get over to there, we'll make the 3/4 of a mile trip back to the house, and then I hope to get them into the corral and preg check everything, see where we're at. I know there's going to be some opens without a doubt, and that's going to be all cows that are going to end up getting cold. So we will, so those are what's going on with the farm. Excited. Deer season is right around the corner for the kids. Youth season is this weekend, and then we're 2 weeks away from the regular rifle season. So that's another reason that I wanted to go ahead and get this section cleaned off real quick. And we don't have a lot of, problems with people spotlighting, but there's enough to where I didn't really want them up here closer to this gravel road with deer season right around the corner. So yeah, this is where we're at, and I'm pretty excited that we have, like I said, 50% of the farm that has not been grazed yet, and that 50% that's left, there's some phenomenal stockpile in there. I'm really excited to see how that grazing goes. Some of it's a little wild. It looks pretty wild. I need to do a video of what that stockpile looks like with 6 months of rest. And I know that, this whole thing of setting the farm up is a process, and it takes a while for the land to heal itself, and part of that healing process is for weeds to grow at the same time, and so there's plenty of weeds in there, but there's a whole lot of fescue, orchard grass, clover, timothy, plantain in there as well. So we're gonna graze it as high a density as the cow's body condition and manure scores will allow us to. So with that, I know it's short, but hope you guys are having a wonderful fall, and you're getting lots of rain too.